Hello and welcome to Something for the Weekend with me, Stephen Day.
Me, Fiona Scott.
And me, Kathie Griffiths.
It's your slightly off-the-wall guide to possible activities for the weekend as we slowly squeak our way out of lockdown, almost very nearly. Ellis has a few days off, so it's just the three of us this week. Guys, are we going to cope?
What's it, while the cat's away, the mice will play?
Yeah, we can do anything.
Yay. Poor Ellis. He'll be missing us, be sat there pining, looking miserable and pale and drawn.
No, he won't, Kathie. No, he won't. It'll be dancing around a campfire somewhere.
I was going to say there'll be great relief on his face, but actually talking about relief, if people haven't already picked up, for your convenience, and this is going to make people feel flush with excitement, toilets are reopening.
Wow.
Some of them, Kathie.
Better than none. I think today, so this is Friday, North Pier toilets are opening. So you're going to have to sort of work out your coffee stops and things to do around North Pier. And then from Monday, Ganavan toilets are opening. So there you go, for starters.
Now here's a question though. How long have the Ganavan toilets been shut?
Too long.
Because they were shut before lockdown, weren't they?
Yes, they were.
So that's quite a while.
But anyway, there you go. You can plan into your weekend activities.
That's a long way to go to Ganavan if you need the loo in Oban.
Well, how far between North Pier and Ganavan? How long will it take you to get between the two? There's a challenge for you, everybody.
I would guess about 5 kilometres.
That's a little run, isn't it?
It is a little run.
Which is fine for Steevie because he does run.
I do run, but that would take me, on average at the moment, from my running, that would take me about 39 minutes. That's a long way if I need to go.
What about if it was a cross-legged hobble?
That's a whole different kind of running.
Sorry, Stevie, I interrupted you. What are you doing this weekend? What have you got planned?
This weekend, I don't know if you've seen the weather, but today we have an 85% chance of rain. That's all the way through to 7 o'clock tonight. Saturday we have showers with maybe some sun, still a high percentage of rain, and Sunday showers and sun. So I think it's an inside weekend, I would like to say, except I gather my family and I will be off gathering wood because it's that time of year that we have to think about winter.
Oh, for goodness sake, Stevie.
I know, but the pile of wood...
Did somebody forget to tell you that this podcast is to cheer people up ahead of the weekend?
Well, no, it's something for the weekend. I didn't say it was going to be happy. But yeah, no, there's a large pile of wood with my name in it, which I have to retrieve this weekend. So that's one of my tasks, but much better. Do you know what day it is today?
Yes.
What day is it, Kathie?
Hamilton Day!
It is Hamilton Day. The internet is... Well, it probably started creaking at 8 o'clock this morning because Disney Plus present the outstanding show Hamilton. It's a worldwide musical phenomenon with music, lyrics and books by Lin-Manuel Miranda, and currently, because of lockdown, this is the only way to see the show. Originally slated for release in cinemas in 2021, so that's been brought forward, and it tells the story of the American founding father Alexander Hamilton. The show music draws heavily from hip-hop as well as R&B, pop, soul and traditional song tunes.
Got it all.
Yep, and there's so much that goes on stage when you see the show. It's worth a few viewings. It's not something you would just watch once and say, oh well, I've seen it.
So where can you go for that, Stevie?
Disney Plus, the only place to see it. So subscription service, $5.99 a month.
Oh, is it only $5.99?
$5.99 a month.
A month. Oh, they'll get you to pay for it ever, won't they?
Yeah.
Sign up for now. When's the cancellation? How soon can we cancel?
You can cancel on a monthly basis, so you could just go on for Hamilton and then not bother. I saw this show live in January 2020 in London just before everything closed. I have to say, it's absolutely outstanding. Have you guys seen clips of it or anything?
Nope, I haven't.
Does it appeal? Does it appeal to you?
It does actually, yeah. I'd quite like that one. I love all Disney stuff anyway, so yeah, it's just one that for some reason I haven't got down to seeing.
It's possibly the most un-Disney thing you'll ever see from Disney. It's not, when I say it's not altogether a happy story, well, that is true.
Yeah, but he was a bit of a rotter, wasn't he?
He was. I think what they're trying to...
Rat. Sorry.
Yeah.
He was.
Spoilers.
I've heard the CDs. My daughter Millie's explained the story to me. She can also sing all of these tracks off by heart, so I think she'll be tuning in tonight to watch it.
I have a small clip. Anyone want to hear it?
Please.
Yes, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show.
without a father. Got a lot farther by working a lot harder, by being a lot smarter, by being the self-starter, starter to your union, revolution, and the hope that you provide. You provide. May you always
This is Hamilton.
Exciting stuff, guys.
That has made me want to really watch it now, Sam. I'll have to fork out my $5.99 and get onto that.
Is it only for tonight? Is it only today, Stevie?
No,
or will it be there for a while?
it started today. It'll be on for a while. I'm not sure how long, because I'm sure they'll want to release it in cinemas as soon as cinemas are able to open and take it. It's one of these things that if you can see it live, try to see it live, but you need a big screen. It's not something to watch on a small phone and say, oh, well, I've seen it.
Okay. I just...
Do we need to get you a bigger screen, Kathie?
I know, I'm just looking, thinking, that's going to look impressive. It's fine. I'll get a magnifying glass and just move my face around the screen.
Kathie, what are you up to this weekend?
I'm going to have a little bit of culture tonight.
Ooh.
Tonight, I'm going to go online, and I got a bit confused. I thought it was St Andrew's Day, weirdly, today. I know it's not, and actually, I knew it wasn't, but this concert that I'm going to watch tonight did mention St Andrews, so I just thought, well, maybe it is St Andrew's Day.
But
So
I know the temperatures have went down, Kathie, but
it could have been part of it, couldn't it?
I did get really worried when that note came through before we started recording. I'm thinking, have I missed something?
Yeah, a few months. So it's the Royal Scottish National Orchestra. They must have some kind of Friday night club. I don't know if other people know about it. But tonight, so this is Friday, it's going to be Ali Bain and Phil Cunningham. Don't know if people know them. They are the most banterous pair. They're absolutely amazing. So it's sort of squeeze box and other instruments. They are legendary. If you don't know them, you should actually sort of find it online and go and listen, because they're incredible. But just the banter, and we do like our banter here at the Open Times, don't we, pals?
Yeah. We love it.
Anybody that watches the BBC's New Year show and has done for the last 10 years will know who Phil Bain and Ali Cunningham are. Have I just got their names mixed up, guys?
Ali Bain
and Phil Cunningham. I think I said that.
Right.
I think I said that the wrong way around the first
They
time.
wouldn't mind. They're nice chaps, I think.
They'll forgive
You
you.
never know what people are like on stage and then what they're like off stage. We never know, do we?
You think? Well, look at was it the Everly brothers? They never spoke off stage. They couldn't stand one another.
I once stalked the Proclaimers.
They still talk about that.
That was in Bradford, outside of St George's Hall.
Has that restraining order finished yet?
Yeah, but at least I got a photo out of it. Yes. Anyway, we'll move swiftly on. So that's tonight's viewing. And then tomorrow, I'm going to go shopping in Oban.
Shopping for what?
I'm going to go to buy some books. I don't think the charity shops are open yet, are they? I think we had this discussion last week. I didn't see them open as I've been passing through this week, but I'm going to go and buy a couple of books that I've got on my list. And I'm just going to pop in and, do a little bit of something, support the local businesses.
And will you be masked up, Kathie?
I will, but I've got one of these bandana things to hide the roots, folks, the grey roots that are coming through. But I might have to buy a mask as well. One on, one off, I think. Keep one in the car if I'm out and about, and then just another one. Because you have to keep washing them, don't you? You can't just keep the same mask. And
No, that's the advice, certainly.
Clogged with germs, with lurgy, won't it?
Yep.
An old sock will do, big stretchy sock. Washed, if I'm lucky. So I'm going to have my books. I'm going to snuggle down at home, just get really cosy and chill out. Might have a little bit of nice food. The beetroot's back in the vegetable box this week, so there'll be a beetroot recipe coming out at some point, Saturday or Sunday. Watch this space, folks. What will it be? I've pickled and I've souped, so I don't know. Maybe it'll be risotto.
Ice cream?
Beetroot crisps.
The oven doesn't get that hot. So
You do them in a deep fat fryer.
I haven't got a deep fat fryer. I've got a frying pan.
Let's not encourage hot
Disasters on its
oil
way,
and Kathy.
folks. Disasters on its way. So that's my weekend. What about you, Fee?
Well, after weeks and weeks of looking forward to the Bowling Green opening, it at last is on Saturday. And guess what? The forecasts for how much percent rain, Stevie?
Oh, well, I think we're on to 70%, 80%.
70% rain. So that maybe isn't going to happen. So, but I'll tell you what I'm doing. Hopefully...
Can I just say, Fee, if you do go bowling,
I won't be going bowling.
Oh, well, if you do, don't take a big flask or don't drink too much tea because it's an awful long way from the bowling club to North Pier toilets.
Well, I've already thought about that. It's not too bad on the way down, but then you have to come all the way back up again. So, yeah. But looking at the weather, I won't be going anyway. So what I'm going to do, I'm looking forward to the end of the month. I'm going on holiday with my family to Cymru, and we've been doing these Friday night quiz challenges, so we're expanding that, and all the families have to come up with a challenge of their own for our Cymru holiday. So I'm setting a treasure hunt, so I'll have to get onto that this weekend and look up places to go and things to see around about Cymru. But yeah, if anybody has any ideas of what I could challenge people to do, feel free to let me know.
You get people to do your work for you, Fee?
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping somebody that knows the area can let me know of places that I should be directing people to.
Because folks can email us, can't they? What's our email for this podcast? Who knows it?
It's somethingfortheweekend@obantimes.co.uk.
I could be wrong, but I think in Cymru there is a skateboard park.
Wow. Now that'd be good because we've got a lot of younger kids coming along too, and we wanted challenges that the kids could do. So
And Malcolm.
Malcolm on a skateboard, no, that's not happening. I'll have a look for that. My aim is to get down there a little bit quicker than everybody else and recce the place.
Is that to pick the best holiday lodge? The biggest and the best.
Well, that could come into it somewhere as well.
Well, we're going to have an action-packed weekend, aren't we, everybody?
Well, to be fair, it's raining.
It is.
We don't like the rain.
So what can we do this weekend that we couldn't do last weekend in lockdown? We can travel further, is that right?
Yeah, you can travel further for leisure purposes.
In the rain.
In the rain.
In the rain. What else can we do? What's different?
Lots of cake.
We can actually do.
I'm sure we could eat lots of cake during lockdown,
And
Kathy.
you can travel further and eat cake for leisure purposes now. That's the thing, isn't it? Because, you can do all these things. But I was thinking, it's someone I know, it's their birthday this weekend. And being socially responsible and keeping distances, someone has said, oh, should I bring a cake? And I thought, you can't do that, can you? Because, even if you slice it beforehand, people are still going to be really wary of picking up a piece of cake, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Surely not. I mean, I had a birthday through the week, and you don't use your hands to slice cake. You slice it with the end of a knife that's never touched. And
then you'd have to wiggle it, wouldn't you? You'd put your knife in, then you'd have to wiggle each section apart from the others because then you've got people putting their hands in to get a piece of cake.
Yeah, but you just tip it over and slide it out on the knife.
Oh,
and then put
you've
it on
got a cake slice.
No, I've got a wide knife for cakes. And you just put it on a plate. So you don't actually, you wouldn't touch a cake normally, would you, Kathy? How do you usually?
No, just grab it. It's just
do you usually pick it up with your fingers and hand it to somebody?
I eat the whole thing, Fiona, with both hands, and then say, "Would you like a bite?" This is like COVID cake etiquette, isn't it?
But we are getting told to, wash our hands continuously, and hopefully people would do that before they started handling cake anyway.
If you'd like to share how you eat cake during COVID times, please email us and let us know. Or even better, send us in pictures of your COVID cakes Or your cakes off COVID. No, not COVID cakes. Cakes made in COVID times. Only suggesting.
What do we feel about having to wear face masks and having it mandatory in shops?
I'm absolutely fine with that. In fact, it makes me a wee bit more confident about going out into a shop. I think it's a great idea, and
Fee, have you been wearing masks into shops all along?
I've been wearing them for the last 3 or 4 weeks, ever since the First Minister said she advised everyone to do it, and I felt a wee bit foolish because I've not been the only one wearing a mask. But I've certainly been in a minority, and people look at you in a very strange way when you wander in with a mask. Not the staff, but other people in the shops.
Has it been me looking terrified? It does actually freak me out. I'm starting to get over it now, but I've got to say, seeing people walking around in masks and full-on head visors, when the people first started doing it, it just sort of like freaked me out. It's a bit like some kind of weird sci-fi thing. But actually, we do need to do it, and we will be doing it, and I'll have to sort of do it more. Have been doing it over the last couple of weeks going into shops, but I don't know, it just makes me really sad that we're having to hide our faces, but we have to do it because we've got to look after ourselves and everybody else. I do understand that.
I've been doing it in the supermarket. I haven't been doing it in the smaller shops, but I will start. I managed to pick up a couple of these lovely handmade ones yesterday in Tynalt Post Office.
Are they designer?
They're designer. There's lots of lovely designs to pick from. So yeah, I went and got 2 for me and 2 for Malcolm.
What have yours got on?
Flowers. Pink and flowery, Kathie, just like me.
Oh, and Malcolm?
He's definitely not pink and flowery. He's got blue pinstripes. It looks a bit like a prison mask, but...
Oh, bless him.
The irony is, of course, now to pick up masks, you'd have to wear something in the first place.
Yeah. Just pull your jumper. I've got a roll neck jumper on today. Maybe I can just tug the roll neck up for a bit. That'll do for today.
There you go. Kathie, I think you should take a trip to Tynalt and buy some masks.
Okay. Will do.
I ordered some online, just these throwaway disposable ones. So yeah, if you want some of them, Kathie, there's a load in the back of my car.
No, I will go purchase one because I think some people are doing them for charity as well, aren't they? So I shall go and...
They are.
Yeah, I'll go and find some today. Now, bye.
See you, Kathie.
Well, you're the one that's going shopping at the weekend, so you're going to have to.
Exactly.
It's a £60 fine if you don't.
£60?
£60.
Mm-hmm.
I could do a lot with £60.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to fine people yourself.
Yeah, excuse me. No mask, that's £60, please. Thank you very much. In the pocket.
No, but I mean, it is a good idea, and yeah, it's strange at first wearing them and having something covering most of your face, but it's a great idea, and encourage everybody to do it.
I think it's important. I think as uncomfortable and as much as we don't want. The other thing, though, we have to be aware of, there are exemptions for people with some conditions who will not be wearing masks or not able to wear masks. So we can't just assume if somebody's not wearing a mask.
That's right.
Yeah. The other thing is, and this is an interesting point, people in our community who are hard of hearing, people wearing masks and things in shops and in the streets, that's going to make life quite difficult for some of them if they rely on being able to, read lips and, sort of gestures, that kind of thing. That's quite an issue, isn't it?
It is going to be tricky. I did see some earlier on during the pandemic where masks that had a perspex area so that they could, their people's mouths could be seen, and it was nurses and doctors that were wearing them down south, so that people that were lip reading could still understand them. That's
a good idea. That's a really good idea.
Do you guys find that you shout at people when you've got them on? Because I'm sure I do. Because I've got this mental thing that people can't hear me properly because I've my mouth's covered.
I don't know. I'll tell you after Monday when I start wearing these.
Just yelling at everybody.
You could be quite cheeky and say things, and then so people could work out where they wouldn't know it was you. Maybe you could hide behind the mask.
Kathie, we'd know it was you. Everybody knows your voice now. You're on podcast.
Oh yeah.
Here at the Open Times, we are part of and passionate about our community. We want to tell everyone your stories and the things that matter to you. So get in touch with us and send us your pictures, videos and links via email somethingfortheweekend@opentimes.co.uk or message us via Facebook. You can pick up a copy of the Open Times from local shops, newsagents, petrol stations and supermarkets. During the COVID-19 crisis, all our news and articles are free to read on our website at www.opentimes.co.uk, and we have our online digital page-turning edition of the Open Times, which is available at the special reduced rate of just £4.80 for 3 months. So guys, that's all we've got time for this week, so it's goodbye from me, Stephen Day.
Goodbye from me, Fiona Scott.
Goodbye from me, Kathie Griffiths. And if Ellis was here, he'd say goodbye as well, but he's not. So that's it.
So he won't. I was wondering where you were going with that.